Now you might think I'm crazy, but I can pay my bill.
Press play. There's the magic finger. Pressing down. Yeah.
The Wrestling Club with Darren and Brett. We've got a show that you'll never forget.
Greetings, Grapple fans, and welcome to WFMU's Wrestling Club, the only space that's safe for all wrestling fans, whether you're casual, lapsed, obsessed, or ashamed. I'm Darren Maybe, broadcasting from my Easter residence deep in the mountains of New Jersey, where tonight we debut the long-awaited Wrestlers Court, Wrestling Club Court. We're not really sure what it's called. Judge Darren Maybe will be here. Court will be in session later on in the show. But first, we got to talk news. I think we're going to talk the death of Gilbert Gottfried and so much more. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Leave a comment, follow us, do all the stuff that you're supposed to do for podcasts that are struggling. It's a struggle. So help us out. Anyway, let me introduce you to my tag team partner coming to us live via satellite from Hollywood, California, the Frankie to my Coco, Brett Davis. Brett.
How's it going, Darren?
Great.
We're recording on Easter Sunday.
Yes, a day of reflection on Christ.
Yeah, it explains the stigmata that resurfaced a few days ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Brett, you got any Easter traditions you miss? I know you don't have any now.
Not really. As a kid, we did the little Easter egg hunt. And I'd get a big hollow chocolate bunny.
Yeah, those were nice. My dad used to dress up as the Easter bunny for our church. And he'd come hopping in. He'd hop. And he would like do a voice. He'd be like, "Hi, kids." So literally the only Easter memory I have.
Did you know it was your dad?
Of course I did. Yeah, no, I would see him put the head on.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a weird thing. I mean, I feel like Easter was always.
You were a smart mark in that situation.
I was a smart mark. I was definitely a smart mark when it came to holidays and all that stuff. But Easter. I don't think there's any wrestling Easter traditions, are there? No, there's not really.
I mean, there's been multiple bunnies that have wrestled.
Yeah, but they weren't Easter related. They were just dumb bunnies.
I would say Adam Cole's bunny was an Easter bunny. Or no, sorry, Adam Rose's buddy.
The forgotten Adam, right?
Yeah.
A lot of Adams this week.
It was Sami Zayn, I think.
No, was it Sami Zayn?
I think sometimes it was Sami Zayn and sometimes it was Justin Gabriel.
Oh no, it was Justin. It was definitely Justin Gabriel.
Yeah,
that's right.
But yeah, sad news to report. You mentioned it before, but Gilbert Gottfried passed away. We really liked him. He was a guest on our public access show, special with Brett Davis. That's certainly my favorite episode.
Oh yeah,
Planet Scum just replayed it last night.
We did
available on YouTube.
Yeah, check it out. We did a little commentary track on it, and Gilbert was a total pro. He was a nice man. He had no ego. He was incredibly aware of what he was and what he was good at. He's very funny, of course, and
made me look like $1 million.
Made me look like $1 million. Honestly, that was my peak in comedy. I should have quit right there, but I didn't for 4 more years. That's fine. We all got our regrets, but Gilbert was a high point in that. And I guess, Brett, there are some wrestling tie-ins to Gilbert's life. Is that true? No, we're really looking at the micro details of his life. You're not going to see these on any of the Gilbert tributes at Vulture or wherever people read about comedy today. No, this is a Wrestling Club exclusive. Brett, what do we got about what do we have with Gilbert and the world of wrestling?
Well, we don't have I don't think he was a wrestling fan. So, somebody that I think would maybe have been a Raw guest host probably turned it down or something. I'm not sure.
True.
I couldn't imagine he wouldn't be offered. He's the perfect guy to just put into any situation. However, we don't have footage of it, but he did host an edition of USA's Up All Night back in 1997 with Sonny, the Headbangers, and Jerry the King Lawler.
Wow.
I don't know where this footage
footage
is. I would love to see it. If anybody has access to this footage, I've scoured YouTube. There's a lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun. What was Up All Night? If people don't recall,
Up All Night was a weekend movie block on the USA Network, hosted by Rhonda Shear, WrestleMania 10 guest host Rhonda Shear, and Gilbert was on it. I forgot. I totally forgot that Gilbert was on it for so long.
Well, they each hosted a night. I think Rhonda had like Saturday nights and Gilbert hosted Friday nights.
Is that what they did? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, Up All Night was kind of it was like a staple of cable television in the 90s.
Yeah, very campy, wraparounds loosely related to whatever movie they were watching. So if they're watching Hellraiser 3, you get Gilbert hanging out with Pinhead.
Oh, I hate these things, but I'm not worried. Luckily, I brought in an expert.
Time to play.
Okay, here, Zippy. We'll figure it out this Saturday on USA Up All Night when we watch Hellraiser 3. Saturday at 11.
I'll be waiting.
Fuse briefly had a show hosted by the Insane Clown Posse.
All right.
Which I believe was filmed at the People's Improv Theater in New York City, a stage I've been on many times, regrettably. No, it was fine. And they did sort of like a mystery science theater / Beavis and Butthead type thing with various guests. And one of their guests was Gilbert Gottfried. And the wrestling tie-in, beyond the fact that ICP were technically wrestlers, was the show also had, for no reason, Greg Valentine and Vampiro. They had, the various theater employees. I think Greg Valentine worked concessions. His Valentin's wife, Sugar Slam, who we love.
After the main stage lights go off, the ring lights go on.
Friday night, JCW presents Oddball Wrestling.
We miss Sugar Slam, ex-wife.
Miss you. Oh.
Darren and I, we would have these watch parties every time they would do the gathering of the Juggalos infomercial.
Every year we gather to watch the infomercial.
Barbed wire, broken glass, thumbtacks, and much, much more. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, that was our gathering. And it'd be Sugar Slam, who's like weirdly media like ready for being a Juggalo's wife. It's just like, hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sugar Slam.
Saturday night, right after Twisted, it's Bloody Mania 3.
But she was there, and then Vampiro was just kind of hanging out. So let's take a look.
Sugar Slam is Gilbert Gottfried coming down at once.
You know, Gilbert, I was quite the problem child when I was younger.
Now, by problem child, you mean S&M and spankings and things like that?
Yes.
Just wait. This'll be through in
I'll
a minute.
see you after.
Scoot sex. Gilbert Gottfried. Can I call you Gil?
No.
Well, it's hard.
First of all, may I say it's a pleasure meeting John Wayne Gacy. I've always admired your work.
Now,
Grandma! You've come back from the dead! Oh, jeez! Oh, this is so exciting! We're going to the other world together! And we'll have a Passover dinner with Abraham Lincoln! Oh, I've always dreamt of dying!
I don't want to say this, but his grandmother must be a horrible looking woman. If he mistakes it for Greg to have her, right?
You know what? It's not. Greg Valentine kind of looks like Grandma Baby, to be totally honest.
Yeah. Is Grandma Baby still with us? Yeah, she's still with us.
No, she's long dead.
Okay, so
This is Ralphus's mother. So this would be my paternal grandmother, Grandma Maybe, who, funny enough, when Uncle John was hogtied in the evening gown, looked very much like the dress she wore in her casket after she died.
that was probably from her collection, right?
I don't know, because Ralphus did not go to her funeral. He was working.
If you're a new listener to the show, you might not know this, but Darren's uncle was WCW personality Ralphus, a truck driver turned manager.
Bodyguard turned Jericho personal security.
Yeah, Chris Jericho just found him delightful and put him on TV. He didn't get a pay raise, though.
He did not get extra money. No, he was. It's called exploitation.
Yeah, you could look up WCW's contracts and see was making like $800 a week to be on TV. Got a bump in 2000 though.
A real symbol of the working class.
Yeah,
the struggle.
Darren, did you see any of these crazy matches we had? We had 2 Ring of Honor title matches on AEW TV. Last night we had Jonathan Gresham take on another former special guest, Dalton Castle. Really great to see Dalton Castle kind of get the cable presentation that he might not have had in Ring of Honor, which was a little rinky dink. And then we had Samoa Joe versus Minoru Suzuki. Darren, did you see this match?
Of course I did. The chop battle was unreal. It was great. It's exactly what I mean.
This is not a fat joke, but Samoa Joe looked like Grimace.
He did.
He was a purple human being.
Yeah, he's a little chubby. We like that.
It's not even about the size. It's just his skin became purple.
It's the color of his skin that you're judging him for.
That's yeah. I am.
Yep.
Courtesy of Minoru Suzuki.
So the match was on, and Erin, my life partner, walks in the room, and she's watching it. She's like, "Is this good?" Wrestling is literally they're just hitting each other in the chest, and I said to her, "Yes, this is good. Exactly what I want." It was great. Yeah. The Ring of Honor thing, I like it. I was a little skeptical, but I think it's kind of everybody knows what Ring of Honor is, and I like how they're using it. They're not just going right into a Ring of Honor invasion, which would have been lame. They're not treating it like developmental, really. They're treating it as like, oh, this is Ring of Honor, and now we own it, and we'll tell wrestling stories with it. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah,
there definitely were. The end of the match seemed to be a little controversial. People were a little upset. Not me, because this is one of my favorite genres of wrestler.
Satnam Singh, a former NBA player, first ever Indian NBA player, made his debut. But Darren really likes the immobile, impossibly large giants.
Love that.
Your Kalis, your Gigantes.
Like Omos is too athletic for me.
Yeah, your giant Silvas.
Yeah, love them.
Satnam did the Kali head squeeze.
Love that.
Samoa Joe. So you're all for it. I think I mentioned last week, I'm not a fan of the Jay Lethal Sanjay Dutt heel pairing.
It's a little
whatever to me.
Yeah, that's a little underwhelming. And I'd like to see Joe in a different spot.
Yeah.
Sanjay, Jay Lethal is what Jay Lethal is. Sanjay's okay. I don't know about Sanjay. Sanjay's all right. I mean, like the thing about Great Khali was he never, except when he was with Santino and when he like hung out with the Divas, he didn't have the presentation. He had, what's his name? The guy that came out with him who was like nothing.
Ranjin Singh. So
I feel like Sanjay Dutt is much better in that role. We'll see how it goes. I'm for it. I don't know. I don't think it's that upsetting.
Yeah, I mean, It's all about what you do with them. Everybody loves a 8-foot man.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because it's AEW. It very much felt like a WWE angle.
Yeah, I mean that was the thing Tony Khan said. It wasn't his idea. He kind of passed the buck in an interview. That it was one of the old timers that pitched the idea. Maybe the push to have Satnam join the company was a little bit rushed, from what I'm hearing from the rumor mill. So it's a little interesting.
I support Satnam.
Yeah. Sammy Guevara, new TNT champion.
Oh, did he win the TNT title? See, I missed Battle of the Belts last night. I was doing my radio show, so I couldn't watch it. And then today I was having Easter dinner with my lovely grandmother. Not Grandma Maybe, God rest her soul.
It's a good thing you didn't put on Battle of the Belts, because we had full tongue makeout celebration from Sammy and Tay.
Yikes.
Not heels yet, but
they
certainly getting there.
No, there are no kissing is a babyface move. Like kissing cheeks, kissing foreheads, tongue kissing is a heel move. There are no baby faces that tongue kiss. Brett's not going to Calgary to tongue kiss Diana. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, Brett. He's not gonna tongue kiss his sister.
Yeah, I don't know what the Harts do.
Bret Hart's gonna be in a FTR's corner for big time wrestling.
That's fine. I that's that in Massachusetts. That'd be fun to go to.
Yeah.
A cool show. Wrestling, what's it? Pillman and Arn's boy, Brock.
Yeah, Brock Anderson.
Cool. With Arn in the corner. That's nice. I want Brett in AEW. I know it'll be weird, but I want it so badly.
Darren, what Bret Hart in AEW situation are you most excited to see?
Oh my goodness. I think I honestly just want I want Bret Hart on commentary. Put him in there with Taz and Jericho or something. You know what I mean? Like,
got this Sammy Guevara. He's guy, he kind of reminds me of the boy toy a little bit. Way he's the way he's sticking his see the way he's sticking his tongue out.
I just want Brett on TV. It's kind of like when Jake was on, and it was like you never knew what Jake was gonna say, if it would make sense.
Yeah, sometimes he'd say something really cool, and sometimes he'd say something that made no sense.
You never knew what he was gonna wear. Remember the saga of his hair? Like, it was amazing. It was just like an amazing run on AEW.
Died some of it.
So like I want that,
like a 2/3 of it.
Like I just want to see how Bret Hart wants to present himself on AEW television with no script, no WWE production, just go out there and be Bret. I mean, he's going to talk shit. I want to see him talk shit on Goldberg. I want to see him, reminisce about Dynamite Kid. I just want the classic Bretts. Talking about how Flair couldn't work.
If it isn't Danhausen.
Yeah, I want Brett and Danhausen to have a little Bretthausen.
Yeah, two very opposite energies. Are you excited about some of these WWE name changes? There's a new mandate. No more names used on the indies.
Oh, great. So we're going to get what? Butch and Luke and Butch?
Well, we got Butch already.
Luke. Do we have a Luke?
I wonder if there's a Luke in NXT.
Well, there's Bushwhacker Luke, who's still alive.
That's true. You could always get that one last run.
I would love for them to turn Pete Dunne like full Bushwhacker.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen SmackDown, he's not that far off. Pat McAfee called him a rabid Wolverine.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not.
It's not good.
It's not good at all. Yeah, we also have Theory. Do you like Theory?
That's the worst.
Very much maybe the worst name since Test.
Yeah, yeah. These dictionary, not even
Because
dictionary.
they're both, and they're also this kind of the same name.
They're like elementary school vocab words.
Yeah.
Test, theory. What are protocol? Here comes protocol.
Protocol would be actually kind of a cool name.
Yes.
Roxy, who's recently signed to NXT, is now Roxanne Perez.
So much.
And that's just the first where, you know, there's a bunch of people that went through that NXT system. You think Ciampa's going to be?
I like how they change their names, like just all of a sudden. It's just like you've been wrestling as this name for years, and now you're a different name.
Yeah, now you're Gunther. Now you're oh gosh, what's his name again? Ludwig Stark. I forgot.
Terrible. Yeah, not a fan of that. Who is right? Who's like, oh, WWE. Thank God that my favorite wrestler went to WWE, because while I love their personality, moveset, and matches, their name is just, you know, that doesn't scream superstar.
Yeah, I apologize. Marcel Bartel is now Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh,
in case you didn't know, he's from Germany.
Stand corrected.
Yeah, which is funny because his real name is Marcel Bartel, and he never wrestled in the Indies as Marcel Bartel. He wrestled as Axel Dieter Jr. So he could just be Marcel Bartel.
Honestly, Axel Dieter Jr. sounds like a terrible NXT name.
And it does, but he is actually Axel Dieter's son, I think.
Great.
Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know that. I don't know who Axel Dieter is. I'm gonna look into that. Who's your favorite German wrestler? We never really talk about the Germans enough.
Favorite German wrestler? I mean, honestly, it's Walter.
Axel Dieter, yes.
Walter.
Austrian. But I mean that old school when German. I guess there's WXW and stuff now, but like when you had that weird Otto Wanz era.
Yeah, how many? I mean, yeah, okay. So I'll just say the Otto Wanz era,
yeah,
like that, because I can't name any of those wrestlers. I know their song.
Yeah,
we should
take a look at their song.
I know that they're. What are they? Young.
But we are young, strong, and healthy, which we've covered on the show before.
Many times.
Yeah.
We've covered that multiple times. We've done breaking news updates on just we heard the song.
Well, no, we've talked about that on our music episode, but we've never talked about We Are Dynamite, which I think is kind of an even better B-side. So let's take a look at We Are Dynamite. This was Otto Wanz, who is he wasn't German. He was maybe Austrian as well. And he was a huge star in Germany in the 80s. He was on TV shows and stuff, and transformed that fame into going on like the German equivalent of Top of the Pops with a bunch of wrestlers to sing songs as Battle Royale, which was some weird kind of project. I wish I knew who ran it, but here, let's take a look at one of their songs. This is We Are Dynamite by Battle Royale. Darren, if you could just describe what people are seeing if they're not viewing this.
Well, we have a car. There's a woman trying to get a ride from a weird bald man with a beard. And another with a big fat woman. A big fat man.
It's easy to say these are all big fat men. Maybe with the exception of Steve Wright.
All of these men just look like a Koloff. Battle Royal.
Giant Haystacks, maybe the ugliest wrestler ever.
Yeah, it looks like we have a young PN News in there.
Yeah.
Is that Brutus? Is that brother?
I think that's Brutus. Yeah.
We got Brother Brudai. We got PN News just grooving. Owen Hart.
They're all dressed formally, like a bunch of guys going to the club, going to the discotheque. This Rasputin-looking wrestler, I like him. I'd like to know more about him.
Yeah, the most Koloff-looking guy is Klaus Kauloff. That's Akira Nagami, who's doing a stint there.
This guy's trying to do
Okay, that's not Brutus Beefcake.
That's but it's close.
I love when we get Vader singing.
Also, that same guy has the Dalton Castle cape. He's dancing with it.
What a song.
Steve Wright's kind of cool. He looks like the coolest guy of these.
Steve Wright was Shinsuke Nakamura's favorite wrestler.
Hey, his matches are great.
Yeah, Steve Wright, great wrestler.
No, I think it's time we jump in to Judge Darren Maybe. A few weeks ago, we discussed the Kevin Sullivan v. J.J. Dillon appearance on Judge Steve Harvey, and then the subsequent Scott Steiner appearance with Johnny Fairplay. Darren thought he could do a much better job in the courtroom than Judge Steve Harvey, and now it's time to put your money where your mouth is.
Sure. I'm ready to get into my judge's chambers, and I'm ready to take my first case.
All right, so let's enter the courtroom, and we'll welcome our first two defendants for Judge Darren Maybe.
Sazzy Boatright, aka the Real Motherfucker, is a rising professional wrestling star who has been featured on Outsports and is making waves in New York City. Sassy frequently claims that she will fuck opponents' moms, but in this instance, she believes that she would be the perfect person to date WWE star Rhea Ripley, and she doesn't want anyone in her way. Max Zero, aka the Handsome One, has wrestled for Chikara and Camp Leapfrog. A self-proclaimed himbo, he believes that he would be the ideal boyfriend for WWE's Aussie sensation. He claims that Sazzy wouldn't be Rhea's type, and that if Rhea had to choose between the two, he would be the one for her.
Welcome to my court.
Court is now in session. Judge Darren Maybe is presiding. Now swear that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Darren, these backgrounds.
Look, we're exploring options for our courtroom, okay?
Okay.
Hands up. There you go. All right.
I like that one.
Do you say I do?
I
do. And then death until do us part.
Different ceremony.
Amen.
Different type of ceremony.
Oh.
So I'll leave it to you, Judge Maybe. Defendant, you may open with your statement.
May it please the court. My name is... I've always wanted to say that in a court setting. My name is Sazzy Boatright. This is my associate King. And today we're here to tell you as a fact that Rhea Ripley would be my girlfriend 100 times over in this scenario, because she is as gay as the day is long. She is so gay. She is maybe gayer than me. She
gayer than you.
Yeah, gayer than me. Gayer than me and a mom. Me and your mom, Darren. Or maybe me and Bailiff Brett's mom. Or maybe me and Max Zero's mom.
It's pretty gay.
Now, remember, Judge Maybe, this court is not here to determine whether or not...
Excuse me, hold on, wait a second, Bailiff. In what world does the bailiff tell the judge?
Sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
pal.
Your Honor.
All right. You see, this is little people's court.
We're confusing. We're confusing themes right now. This is already a theme upon a theme.
All right. I'm sorry. This is night court. All right. So Sazzy, you say you're Rhea's gay as the night is long, and you will be her gay mama. You'll be her gay mama.
Absolutely. I'm not here to argue whether or not Rhea Ripley is gay.
Here to argue.
She obviously is. And I would obviously be her girlfriend.
If it would please the court.
It may.
I dare you to say it with a straight face. I dare you.
If it would please the court. I am simply saying that Sazzy's wrong because this is an argument of branding. Sazzy goes onto Twitter and goes on every wrestling show saying, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck a mom." And I'm simply here to say that Rhea Ripley, as far as this court is concerned, is not a mom. And that seems very like a simple enough argument. But I also believe that I would
Not a
be
mom.
a better partner. Not a mom.
Yet.
Hold on, Mr.
Not a
Mr.
mom yet. But Sazzy never says that she's going to fuck future moms. It's always in the present tense. She's going to fuck my, yours, and everyone's mom.
Hold on, sir. Court has a question.
Yes.
But if you were dating Rhea, wouldn't she in that scenario be your mama? Therefore making her a mama in this scenario.
Well, that's an argument of semantics. If what
hold on,
Sazzy
an
is
argument of
saying.
semantics. An argument of semantics is what we're arguing about here on
All right.
here on Little People's Court.
Oh, hold up. Let me.
We're on Little People's Court.
All
here.
right.
That way, see. So I'm thinking the argument of semantics kind of puts you in a difficult situation here. So you're saying that in this scenario,
yes,
you're gonna be her boy toy.
Yes.
And Sazzy's, out at the mama bar.
Yeah, and Sazzy's trying to pick up mom.
Are there mama bars?
Yeah, where I'm
Sazzy, are there mama bars?
Yeah, they're called Diva Nails, Wegmans.
You're saying she's not a mom.
She's not a mom. She is hot.
She's not a mom. Do you not have any evidence of this? Any evidence that she's never born through her holy.
Keep going.
You got it, Judge.
Keep going.
You got it.
Through the holiness
Your Honor.
of motherhood.
I feel like with how much the internet has obsessed over Rhea Ripley.
Order in the court! Order! I can't hit anything with this. This is a very large mallet.
Just in a chair.
Careful.
Order!
Now, do we have any evidence?
I feel like we need to call some witnesses. That's part of the courtroom process. Do either of you have witnesses to call?
I have my associate King.
I only have a lizard.
So tell me, you've been sniffing around this case a while. Is Sazzy gay enough? Terrible witness.
Really bad.
What the fuck?
Is attacking.
He stuck his whole tongue into the roof of my mouth. Stop.
Wow, that's all right. He's trying to speak in other ways.
Well,
He stuck his
Everybody
tongue
is
into
always
your
sexualizing me.
gay
Yeah.
mouth. If anything, I'd say that's evidence to the contrary. But I'm not the judge.
I'm judge maybe. Order.
Judge, maybe I'd like to point out some evidence that is on Max Zero's chest right now. I feel like this was a choice.
Max Zero, what's a
Yes.
himbo? Explain to the court what a himbo is.
So a himbo, Judge, is a strong, dumb, hot guy who's very nice and very kind. If you need some examples, I have some. Like like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove, or there's one. I got to laugh, so there's one.
Great. Well, that's very helpful to the court. It sounds like Rhea Ripley's type would be a himbo. Sazzy, do you have anything in response to this? This revelation?
I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. If it may please the court, for me to find photographic evidence on my iPhone.
Already submit evidence. Bailiff, can we please can you please bring the evidence to the
Rhea Ripley doing gay shit. This is her pegging another woman.
I will.
I don't want to explain anatomy, but
for the audience that's not viewing this, this is a pin attempt from Rhea Ripley to what looks like Queen Zelina that is slightly sexual in nature.
I have an objection.
Objection.
Note the look on her face.
I have an objection.
That's pretty gay.
Just say your objection then.
Okay. That is wrestling, and that is a fairly common wrestling pin. You could find that for anybody doing
Okay, but look at her face here.
Just again for the
Are
listening
you not
audience,
excited and pleased when you pin somebody, Sassy? Do you not
a
get
little
joy out
grizz.
of winning a match?
Like
I
this?
look like that when I pin people.
You know what?
That's
That
the
is
exact face I make.
I must say, Judge Maybe does not view professional wrestling as inherently sexual, and it's something that people have been trying to tell me since I started watching wrestling. Oh, this is pretty gay, but turns out it ain't gay to me.
Wrestling is
normal.
gay. Wrestling is gay. We have a whole brand.
Yeah, it's a
Wrestling is
whole
gay.
nonprofit by Effie. Wrestling is gay.
And if you look at that picture, Sazzy, look at the haircut. Me and Ripley, same page.
A very interesting
Gay.
point.
Yeah.
You're right. Wow. Yeah, this is
Wow.
oh,
Not gay at all, huh?
Very clearly into blondes.
I think just
Just
hanging out. I
saying.
think just friends chilling.
See, another blonde, Liv Morgan,
I
another
just-
blonde.
Come on, Rhea. I
Good.
could give you what you want.
Can we do a how about we Google Rhea Ripley boyfriend? Oh no. I don't
Apparently, right.
Oh,
Not here.
look at that.
This person who just looks like her best friend. That's workout
Ooh,
buddies.
kiss on the cheek. There's a kiss on the cheek one.
Yeah, but she's not kissing back.
No.
I think a relationship between two people that have that percentage of body fat is inherently a queer relationship.
Yeah, I'll also point out it is a Dimitri Action Jackson is the supposed partner here and is wearing a yippee-ki-yay motherfucker Christmas sweater.
What is more
Which is-
himbo than a Christmas sweater
Yeah.
There's
with a
point.
reference on it?
Love comes in all shades. You know, the colors of the rainbow are infinite and they burn brightly.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley, you know, she's a young woman who a lot of people are getting to know. She's really rising up the ranks, and it seems to be she's becoming a bit of a queer icon. Now, is she a queer person? Does she identify as queer? I don't know. And you know what? It ain't my job to decide. Number one, she's a hot mama. There's no doubt about it. There's no, without a shadow of a doubt, hot mama. So I think, you know, by the power vested in me by the court of wrestling in Jersey City, New Jersey, the McKinley Square district, I hereby rule in favor of Sazzy. However, I also think that we live in 2022 and people are open, and you know there's all kinds of discussions happening about this and that, who's doing
Whole
who.
spectrum.
So I'm saying y'all get together, we get a little throuble going on, and that'll be a different show that we'll parody in a couple months probably, because we got nothing else to do.
Three's Company, where it's me, Sazzy, and Rhea, and WWE superstar Rhea Ripley.
That's what I'm saying. Talk about horny.
That is your ruling.
That's
That we're gonna get Rhea Ripley on. Both of our guests will return.
Yes.
We're gonna have just like a little sexy.
We're gonna recreate. We're gonna
Gonna be
recreate a
horny.
'60s classic.
All right.
Three's
Well, you're
Company.
legally bound to return to the show. Pending Rhea's availability.
Oh,
Which
If you
Okay.
don't come, we will call the police.
Oh, okay.
of course that is pending WWE's particularly strict rules about doing media for their superstars, but you're bound until the show is this is you're bound in perpetuity basically.
Got it.
Well,
in perpetuity.
I'd like to thank you both for coming to this first edition of the Wrestlers Court. You both are wrestlers.
Yes.
Any chance we could see you in the ring sometime soon?
Yes, Max.
I was about to say, Sassy, you won. You go first.
Oh, okay. Well, may it please the court, judge and jury. I'll be performing in Syracuse next weekend, but I'll be at Dropkick Depression in New Jersey on the 30th for their
Perfect.
big We Mean show.
We are
Full
big
of
supporters.
ladies.
Full of ladies.
Big supporters of we're former sponsors of Dropkick Depression.
Nice.
No kidding.
Former guest
Yeah.
Tara Calloway
Love Tara.
helping that.
Yeah.
April the 30th. I'll try. I think I'm gonna be at the Met Gala that weekend. We'll see.
Oh.
Met Gala has come and gone, my friend.
I gotta get a dress though. It's
Yeah. So if you show up with a dress, is it not just the Met Gala?
Yeah, what is the
I
theme?
know. I think it's like being nice, dressing up nice.
There's usually a more
That's a great theme.
America.
America in the 21st century. How about that, Brett?
So yeah, any chances we'll get to see you in the ring, or maybe anything that we could check out on YouTube?
Yeah, if it would
Me?
please the
Yeah.
court. Oh, for on me or
No,
around
no,
Sassy?
not me. Yeah.
Oh, not
sorry.
you? You're not on YouTube
No.
anywhere.
I was actually on
No.
Rhea Ripley. There are any Rhea Ripley matches we could check out? Highlights, 3-minute highlights from
Peacock.
WWE.
Peacock.
On Peacock. If you go on Peacock, you'll have to watch a bunch of ads and it'll crash all the time. But eventually, when you get through all that, yeah, if it would please the court, I am going to be on Invictus Pro on April 3rd. I'm wrestling Dennis Morgan, and also in the coming months, UWFI Paradigm's Contender Series will be coming out, probably sometime in May. So give that a watch on IWTV.
You're gonna get hit hard.
Oh, yes, I'm gonna get hit so hard for 8 weeks, and I'm gonna love every second of it.
I don't like getting hit.
Told
It's
you
fun.
they hit hard at
It's
Paradigm.
fun. It's great. I love it. But yeah.
You're all. I wouldn't hit hard. You would hit hard.
Also, you can follow me on Twitter at HandsomeMax0.
All right.
I'm not on Twitter or YouTube, so don't even try. Don't even.
Yeah, don't even look up Sazzy
Don't look
Boatright
up
on
at
Twitter.
Sazzy Boatright
Boatright
on
on Twitter.
platform.
Don't look up. Don't in parentheses quote and fuck your mom, and you won't find her.
Hashtag fuck your mom.
So if you find yourself in Syracuse or in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey,
Yeah, I go on. Honestly, I've been there often recently.
Well, you won't find me there.
Syracuse is weird. I'll be honest. We'll talk Syracuse in the future.
Michael Cole,
cool.
Michael Cole country, right?
Oh, who's Michael Cole?
Michael Cole. I don't know who that is either.
Great wrestler.
Great
Well, I'd
wrestler,
like to thank you
yes.
both
Really?
for joining the Wrestlers Court.
Thank you for having
us.
And
if you're listening to Wrestling Club and you have a wrestling related dispute, or you're a wrestling related person, drop us a line on Twitter or Instagram. Justice will be served.
Well, how do you feel about your first case, Darren?
I feel great. I'll admit I was a little nervous. The gay agenda was coming for me, but I think I ruled fairly.
Explain what that means.
I can't explain it, Brett. The gay agenda is just something you gotta feel.
The gay agenda was coming for you.
Yeah, we don't have to discuss the details of it.
The gay community.
I think I thought they'd prefer to be called the gay agenda.
I think it's if we've learned anything from AJ Styles, it's the gay community.
Okay.
The gay agenda. What is this? 1991?
Well, it's fine. 30 years, huh? But it was a good case. You know, I feel like I ruled right. I feel like Sazzy is and Rhea Ripley would be a hell of a power couple. Not sure about the himbo. Seems like a good fella, but I don't think he's Ripley material.
I would agree with you, Darren. I think you made the right call.
I think I did. So if you have a wrestling related dispute, come to the court of Judge Darren maybe, and I will figure it out help you out there.
Now we have a lot of people, busy on Easter Sunday, couldn't make it, but we have a lot of cases. So this will be a recurring segment.
Oh, great. Good. I will try to upgrade my courtroom over the course of the many weeks of Wrestlers Court that I guess we're going to do now.
Yeah. It should be noted, Little People's Court was a DX segment.
And Night Court was a television show.
Yeah, starring Judge Harry Anderson.
And John Larroquette. Brett, were you a John Larroquette fan?
Never. Always found him too smarmy.
All right, that'll do it for Wrestling Club. Thanks for hanging out. Shout outs to our guests, Max and Sazzy. Shout outs to the fine folks at WFMU Radio for making this all possible. If you love Wrestling Club, please like, share, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating on the Melcher scale, invite your friends, check out the archive, and spread the word. Wrestling Club will return next week with a whole new show, so please check it out. But until then, for Brett, I'm Darren. This has been Wrestling Club. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Perfect.